Welcome back, everybody, to our Let's Play of Mega Man 2 for the GameCube, I guess, at this point. It's originally for the NES. And our next target is Woodman.
Let's cut him down with Metal Man.
Well, actually, yeah, he's one of the six.
Well,
I was actually going to say, let's make a joke about the fact that he's a metal robot comprised of wood. It's one of those things that I actually will compliment the, I believe it was the Battle Network series that actually made Woodman wood. He was made of wood parts.
So basically he's from the Atari age where everything was made of wood with video games.
Pretty much.
Even the video games themselves were made with wood.
Well, they had to have the wood paneling.
Yeah, he would be like the rogue of the group if he was more made out of wood than metal.
I wanted to see Dr. Wily's planning process with this. I will make a robot made completely of wood. And then everybody just kind of looks at Metal Man and goes, but he can kill him. Nonsense! Not even Mega Man! And people will notice I'm doing my Scott McNeil from the original series. Mega Man! And this was one of the parts that was really cool about this level, was the giant robot wolves. We had mini-bosses in this game now. Which I'm ripping through like tissue, but that's okay. Although I really could use a health power-up right now. I'm sorry, these songs are catchy, guys. I still have this soundtrack somewhere. And we haven't even gotten to the most catchy tune yet. Oh man, Wily's Castle. Get ready for a lot of humming at Wily's Castle. I'm just saying, guys. Drak will be humming a lot. Alright, so we got some health power-ups, thankfully.
That looks like a bird or a fish.
It's a Robo bird that lays Robo eggs, which hatch Robo chickens.
It does look like a goldfish.
So at this point, what did come first, the chicken or the egg? Don't try to figure that out. Don't try to do it. And then we have robotic bunnies that throw metal carrots. It's robots, people. Don't try to make sense of it.
Because robots.
Exactly. Oh, cool. Extra life. That doesn't ever happen. No, I'm serious. Extra lives dropping off of enemies, that's very rare. And this next part Andrea will appreciate because it's time for the running of the Metal Chocobos! And they're kicking my robot! There we go. We are here to Woodman's final part. And yes, we are going to dig out the Metal Blade. Because why not?
Boom, 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 boom.
No! The powers of nature protect him!
You could think of Robo Knight.
What was that?
You could be thinking of Robo Knight.
Robo Knight? Oh, yeah. How dare you bring him up!
Because I knew that would get under your skin.
Of course you did. Alright, well this time we're gonna stand more of a chance against Woodman. Because I can just hammer on him. There we go! Woodman is dead. Bye-bye, Woodman. I'm afraid they won't be able to put you back together again. Get equipped with the Leaf Shield! I can now be protected by nature, too. So, F you, Woodman. But now we're running out of places to go. So, where do we go next? We're gonna go to...
Airman.
Airman, exactly. It's almost like Earth has something against wind. I love it. He's a giant fan.
Yeah,
nice.
I was about to say.
And I died. Because I didn't time that out right. I will admit, this was, as a kid, this was the one level that gave me the most trouble. And it's mainly because of those platforms. Because up until they show up, you don't see anything, and you're like, how do I get past this level? And it gets worse from here, too, because we're going to have some other platforming issues.
You're always taking hit from the drills.
It's really unavoidable.
Well, what if you
time it out, or...
What if you just stand there and wait for the drills to
I
down?
could, but it's not worth it to do that, because they don't hurt that much.
True, but I guess that's why you're impatient there.
This is one of those things where it's really helpful to just get to the checkpoint of this level, and then at that point, work your way to Airman. At least in my assumption. And then we also have respawning, which is kind of a problem. Ah! That was not wise of me to do, but I did it anyway. And as you can see, another effect has been implemented here. We have foreground and background effects. So the clouds are in the foreground, which means you can lose track of where you are. Not fun.
Pretty advanced for the NES.
Yeah. This was one of those things where like, oh my gosh, look what the NES can do!
Now you're playing with power.
Nintendo power. Where did that power go when it came to the Wii U? We're not going into that.
That's a whole can of worms.
Yeah, that's a whole can of worms we don't want to get into. And frankly, we would probably need Romney and Aldo to figure out. Alright, so we actually are at the checkpoint, and we're going to have more of these guys to deal with, but thankfully they're a little easier to deal with, aside from me dying.
They're a little easier to deal with.
Except for me dying. Yes, I recognize the oxymoron there, Alex. I don't need you to point it out. There we go.
No, Adam, pausing won't save you.
But it did. No, what won't save me is the fact I can't see my character out of the clouds. There you go. Now I can be patient. And that patience will last all but 5 seconds. Because you can get overwhelmed on these things. And there's the other problem also, Andrea, is that you can't time it out. They're all on separate counters.
True. Unless you're really skilled at it.
I always hated games that do that. Just spawn enemies on top of you when you're trying to time on a platform.
And Capcom's kind of notorious for doing it. But thankfully, I mean, you know, the other thing that the Capcom does well in these games is they teach you how to play the game without you knowing. Inafune is one of those few game designers that just, like, knew how to teach a player how to play the game before that was actually taught in schools. So, I will applaud him for that. Oh, that was really close. These birds really become kind of a hazard. And here we go. We are now at Airman's end area. And this time, we are actually not going to use the Metal Blade. We're gonna play it safe this time.
We're gonna use the Leaf Shield.
Yes. And as you can see, the main mechanic of Airman's fight is avoiding his little tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
It doesn't take a whole lot of effort when you have the Leaf Shield. And in case you hadn't guessed, guess what we get from him? Air Shooter! We get to shoot tornadoes, too. And,
Seizure time!
Seizure time! No! Message from Dr. Light.
It's like Transformers for the NES all over again.
Item 2 completed. Get your weapons ready.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Or, yeah, the Transformers, not NES, Famicom game.
Famicom, yeah, true. Famicom, NES, it's all the same.
Exactly. Alright, so now that we have gotten Airman done, we're going to go ahead and take on Quickman. Which I swear, the guy, when he designed him, was like, he wanted like the most bad A samurai robot master ever, and didn't get his wish. And this is actually a perfect example of how the game teaches you how to play it.
You walked away from a life.
Huh?
You didn't get the free life.
No, I did not. I could have, but there's no need. Alright, so this is how the game teaches you. See those things?
Laser beams.
They instantly kill you, but it's like the level kind of teaches you to go down. As if to avoid the death lasers. And we get there. So. And now we're actually at the halfway point of this stage. This was another interesting effect of having the robot actually be the light source. So it now makes everything dark.
My goodness, it's Blackout Basement 6 years early.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would be hard to get through.
Alright, so now we have a harder implementation of what we've already learned. So at this point we have to cheat a little bit.
We're pink.
Yes, we're pink.
Too much pink energy.
Oh, just wait. Alright, so at this point, pretty soon, I'm stopping time because that works against these things. However, the downside of this is that Quickman is weak against the Time Stopper. So I'm using up the weapon that would kill him. And it doesn't stop until it runs out. But thankfully, we're out of there, and we now have the weapon that will kill these guys.
The air shooter.
Yep.
I really like the custom weapons you can do. That really adds something to this game.
Yeah. And I think they even put more thought into it from Mega Man 1 to Mega Man 2, where Mega Man 1, there wasn't a whole lot of thought, and abilities could pretty much only be used at the end fight. This one actually allowed for you to do that. Except this time around, I'm not gonna fight these guys. Because I'm a Quickman's door. So one of the things we actually could have done in this fight is we could have used the Time Stopper to take away his health. We can't do that, and we don't have his other weakness. So we're going to have to play it safe here. And unfortunately, the air shooter is not doing as much damage as I had hoped. That's okay. Energy tank. And we're just going to go ahead and dig out the metal blade. Or no, I'm gonna do it commando. I'm going in just by mega powers. This is how boss I am.
Woo!
And Quickman is down for the count. That is 7 Robot Masters, boys and girls. Get equipped with that quick boomerang. Now, what was it you were saying about too much pink energy?
There's still too much pink energy.
Yeah, this is the pink energy power-up, man. Look at that. Too much pink energy is dangerous. Mega Man, you must watch it. But we have the quick boomerang now.
Crashman.
Alright, so we have one left, and that is Crashman. And he actually is the weakness to Quickman, aside from Flashman. So now, one of the more catchy songs of Mega Man 2. Now, one of the things people might also notice is, you know, when we did Mega Man 1, we had Electman stage, and it was a pain-in-the-butt vertical level. From here on in, vertical levels really weren't done all that much. In fact, Crashman is the only one where a vertical design was implemented for his level. As a Robot Masters. Wily Castle has one, but I'm talking Robot Master levels. Usually in later games, if they do a vertical level, there will be something to help you get up. Like this. Here's the biggest frustration to Crashman's level. Because now we have more complicated rails. So I'm curious, what are you guys thinking of the game so far?
I'm liking it.
It really is an improvement for the first game.
Yeah, it's good.
That's all you got, Andrew? It's good? It's good? It's awesome!
Maybe to you.
Yeah, I'm a little biased on this. And I love it. The control that's actually moving us along it looks like a disco ball. It's going around. It's like one of those things you see at space camp. Alright, and this is actually, I think, the halfway point for Crash Man's level. I never avoid that.
That must be a pain in the neck for a boss.
Thankfully, that enemy wasn't implemented that much. Besides, we haven't even hit, like, the bigger menaces of Mega Man 2 yet, so... And everybody will remember our favorite little enemy, Met. Because he's in every Mega Man game. Hi, Met. Bye, Met. Alright, and this is where it gets to be a real pain in the butt. This is actually where the halfway point is. Because our favorite birds are back. Except now they get to attack us while we're scaling ladders.
You just never get a break.
Nope. That's kind of how I want it in these games. Very hardcore. That's right. Drak said it. He's hardcore. Even though he's not really.
You want it hardcore?
Not really. I remember doing the recording for this and I got frustrated eventually. I'm just like, stop throwing the birds at me! I just want to get up! And there's another bird. And I could have gone there for the health power-up, but I wouldn't go any further.
Yeah, why put yourself through that?
Alright, now we have an energy tank here, and I'm gonna go for it. Because I have all the items at this point. So let's go ahead and see them. So this is how they kind of help you out. You get extra platforms, or maybe you get added transportation, things like that. You will see these items implemented more in the Wily stages because they actually are required at that point. But and now I'm cheating a little bit so that I can go and get an extra life.
How could that be cheating after all? If it's there in the game, then
I consider it that, just because I use the item that if I went in here solo, I wouldn't have. Alright, it's time, and unfortunately, we have to switch over to Airman's ability, because he's good against Crash Man. Good as in 3 hits good. I swear, some of these abilities were really overpowered. So that is the last Robot Master, boys and girls. And now we can get equipped with the Crash Bomb. Timed explosives. But with the 8 Robot Masters down, we actually do have to take a break for this week. When we get back, it's Wily's Castle time.
Dun dun dun.
See you next week.